So I drove 7 hours to Phoenix, Arizona. As you guys saw, I only put short clips of the whole process. I'm sorry for not recording the whole thing. I only got 2 hours of sleep and I was super exhausted when I got there. So I was like, my mind was just like, get the car, let's go home. I'm freaking tired. I didn't even record anything on the way home or reactions or anything. I was just so freaking tired and I just wanted to make it home. I drove 7 hours with 2 hours of sleep back. No one else could have drove this car. I had my friend Miguel drive my other car home and they were super tired. I don't want to put stress on anybody else. My girl does not know how to drive stick and I need to show her. She couldn't drive the car, so I was stuck driving the car all the way home with 2 hours of sleep and it sucked. So that's why I didn't record the process. I was just trying to get home before I fell asleep. So sorry I didn't record it. I didn't record any reactions, anything, but I have the car here now and I'm gonna go ahead and do the first mod to the car, and that is gonna be the GTR emblem in the trunk. I actually ordered this from, I forgot the name, but I'll put it right here. It's kind of like a weird name, but I ordered that emblem. It took about like a month to get to me, and that was before I even purchased the car. I'm gonna go ahead and put that on. I know it's not a GTR, it's a GTST type M, but my plans are to make it look like a GTR, not to replicate it, not to copy it, but just because I like how the GTR looks with the emblem and everything else, and that's just to my liking. And shit, I ripped my shirt on the way out on that fucking door. So yeah, I'm just gonna convert it to a GTR, make it look like a GTR, not convert it, because I do love how the GTR looks and I'm not about to spend another 20 grand just to have a GTR. So with that being said, I'm gonna, like it or not, I'm gonna put a GTR emblem, I'm gonna put the GTR hood, front bumper, etc. on this car, and I'm gonna try my best and show you guys how to put the emblem on. So with that being said, I got the measurements online of exactly where that emblem is supposed to go, so I'm gonna go ahead and measure that out, put it on, and show you guys how it looks, give you guys a walk around the whole car. He said, let's get this started. So here is the GTR emblem for the trunk. This is a part number right here. This thing is super expensive for just being an emblem, but I gotta say it's totally worth it. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this on. Check the measurements. It's about 1/2 inch from this line up for the emblem, and it's about 1 inch from this line right here to the edge of the emblem. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it on. I mean, it's measured, and they measured it in millimeters. I don't know why. Maybe it's because they're in a different country. It's 14.5 millimeters up and 27 or 28 point something millimeters this way. I did the math. It's about 1/2 inch up and then 1 inch sideways. So I'm gonna go ahead and measure that up, place the emblem, and get this thing stuck on. What we want to do first is get a little bit of rubbing alcohol and then just wipe down the area where you think the emblem is going to go, or around the area where it's going to go. Alright, since I couldn't find the measuring tape, I'm going to use this ruler and this China marker pencil. And it's safe to use this because it comes off easily, and I wish I could find my white one, but I do not know where that is at. We're just going to mark 1/2 inch across this. All right, now that I have that all marked up, what I want to do next is put my tape down, make sure it is going completely straight. So I was doing a lot of research right now and looking at pictures, and a lot of people have it in this location right here. And one thing I do want to note to those of you out there that are doing this section of the R hangs a little bit lower than this one, so you might want to put that a little bit lower, if that makes any sense. I would say this hangs lower than this, about 2 or 3 millimeters lower. So I'll just keep that in mind. Make sure you put this section of the R a little bit down. But other than that, it's good to go. Now I just need to press it in. And just like that, our GTR emblem is on. Now, I do have a Nismo one, but I don't know if I want to put it on yet or keep this Nissan one. If it leaves residue, then I got a solution for that as well. What I'm using here, it's a rubber wheel made by 3M, and this will remove the glue without scratching the car. Remember, you gotta have your drill at a low setting. I always keep it at 1 and 4. Just like that, the Nismo emblem is on and the GTR badge is on, and it looks a million times better. You get this side shot right here. It actually looks a little on the small side, so I might get a bigger one. I'm not quite sure yet. And maybe just throw that one on the 240, but I mean, so far I like it. How do I start off? So it's a Nissan 1993 GTST Type M. The paint is in really good condition for it being a 93. It looks like it has a side skirts, the GTST side skirts, I believe they are. No tint around the windows, so I need to take care of that and protect the interior of this car by tinting the windows. From the outside, there's really not that much damage to it at all whatsoever. The car is in really good condition. There is like some paint chipping right here, some clear coat I should say on the grill. It's peeling a little bit. There's a bunch of bugs that got hit on the way from Arizona, so yeah, the car's just a little bit dirty, but for it being a 1993, it is really clean. I mean, it has some like little marks on the bumper, but that's not a big deal. I did notice this little ding right here. I don't know if you guys could see it. I don't know if the camera will catch it, but it has like a small pinhole ding right here, and that is the only dent on this vehicle that I've noticed so far. The molding is actually in pretty good condition besides this section right here. This piece right here I heard goes bad a lot, and it's actually in really good condition. And overall, the car is in really good condition. The interior is actually pretty clean. I just have it a little bit dirty right now. It's just fading right here on the door handle, like little stuff, but nothing major. The seats are in really good condition. The back seats are in really good condition. And my girl was sleeping back there, so that's why we have that. Has a Skyline floor mats, Skyline stock steering wheel, which I need to change. I need to figure out what hub actually fits good in here, because this one does have the Hickus or Hickus, however you pronounce it. So I need the hub adapter that has a connection for that. I might do the Hickus or Hickus delete, however you want to pronounce it, pretty shortly. So that is on my list to do the Hickus delete. I might keep it, I'm not quite sure, but I do need that hub in order to attach the wires to that. The only bad thing I noticed about the interior is that this gets stuck, and so does this. So I need to figure out how to fix that problem so that does not happen anymore. Another thing I didn't like about the interior is this radio right here is really old, no aux, no USB. So I ended up bringing my Bluetooth speaker with me, and I just played music out of that. The AC works amazing. The AC works really good. No issues with it whatsoever. I ended up buying this foam mount, and it actually works perfect with the shape of this car right here. Mileage, it has 199 kilometers, which is about 120,000 miles in the US. It's kind of hard to read the speed that you're going, but I did a little bit of research. I kind of get the idea of what miles per hour I am at when I'm driving. The car did really good. It did not overheat one time, and it drove really well. So on the drive back home, for it being my first time driving a right-hand drive, it actually wasn't that bad. The guy, Kyle, Kyle, before I took the car, he took me around the block, and I got the hang of it pretty fast. So the gears are in the same spot. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and reverse. So that was pretty easy. It was just kind of hard to get used to being on the right hand side, but besides that, it actually went pretty well. I got the hang of it really quick. The hardest part, I would say, about driving a right hand drive is staying on the right side of the lane. You tend to move over to the left, and sometimes you don't even notice because you're used to hugging this left line. So you just got to keep that in mind, that you're in a right hand drive car and you got to stay on the right side as much as possible. It does play tricks on your mind a little bit, but I got the hang of it pretty quick and you get used to it. So after 7 hours of driving, I think I'm comfortably saying that I am used to it. Lights work, everything works besides these buttons right here that get stuck. And this car does have a RB20. Let me go ahead and show you guys that. So here we go, RB20 HKS filter. We got a strut bar in the engine bay, and besides that, it's mostly stock and it looks awesome. And what I find really cool too is that Kyle ended up leaving the Japanese registration on here, which that is pretty sick. Yeah guys, but besides that, it has this exhaust right here, which is not too loud. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys in the next video, do a startup of the car and show you guys how it runs. All right guys, so you guys saw the Skyline. Thanks again for watching. Make sure to hit that subscribe, like button, because there will definitely be more videos on this R32. Once again, Ed Range. See you on the next one. Peace.